Welcome back to the next section of Traefik Training. In this section, we're going to learn all about error pages in the middleware. So we're going to enable the error middleware, and this is essentially going to create a catch-all service for any errors. For example, 404, 401, 500s, whatever the error, the middleware is actually going to query the error and figure out which error it is, and then serve the appropriate error page. Now in the lab, if we head over here, again, we are in the Traefik Training lab number 5, and we are in this lab number 3, add error pages middleware. And what's interesting here is we're going to do something a bit different than the other middlewares because we need something to serve the error page. And actually, Giuliani, and I'm really sorry if I pronounced the name incorrectly, which I think I did, but he created an awesome Docker image called Traefik Custom Error Pages. And if you head over here, here's actually the repo, and we're just using this image, but he has a custom error page for 401, 403, 44, all the different error pages. And it's really nice graphics to boot. So essentially, we're just using this code here. So we need to add the error service. We need to enable it. And I'm going to call also error localhost in case we want to test it. And that's it. We're just going to copy that in. Then down below, the error page middleware, we actually need to enable the error pages, and we're going to say for all errors from 400 to 599. So any error, we're going to redirect it to our error service. And what is the name of our error service? It's called error. You see error. And then actually down here, the next thing is it queries. So it queries the error, figures out which one, then serves up the appropriate error page. Now this is quite cool because now any service that we attach to Traefik can have a custom error page, and it's much more professional. It looks really nice compared to just a standard black and white screen with the normal text at the top of the screen. So let's take a look at how this is actually going to work. And again, we have our Docker Compose errors YAML. And if we go down to the very bottom of the page, you can see here's our error page service. And I'm just basically adding the custom image that is provided and setting it up appropriately within Traefik. Then up here is the error pages middleware. And you can see, if I make it a bit smaller so it doesn't wrap, once more, there we go. And you can see that Traefik HTTP middleware's test error pages errors is exactly set up to serve all the errors to the error service, and the middleware itself queries which error is actually being served by our application. All right, so let's deploy this. Docker stack deploy -c Docker compose. This time we're going to call it errors. Error, sorry. There we go. Now we're deploying. It's creating the service Traefik error. So it's creating one. It's updating Traefik. And now we're up and running. And now we should head over to our web browser once again. I'll open up a new private tab, private window, and let's take a look at our dashboard. And head over to our services. You see now we have the error at Docker, we have the cat app, so we have 2 different services running now. And we head down to our routers, and look, there we have an error middleware, basic auth, and the compress all running together. So we continue adding more middlewares to our service. Here's the test error pages, and we're looking for any of these errors. Here's the auth, and again, the compress. So let's just open up our cat app to make sure everything's working correctly. It should prompt us for a username password. There we go, Traefik Training. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put an incorrect URL in. So /broken, for example. This returns a custom 404 page. How cool is that, right? Now we have a really nice looking 404 page, very modern, professional looking, and it serves it automatically based on the error from our application, and then Traefik sees the error and serves up the appropriate error message. So that's all for the error page middleware. Join me in the next section as we discover rate limits.